I Shalom Makim. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Rakha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect. They teach His word in our true faith and sincerity. And today, I just want to title this lesson, The Stablizer, which is this truth, man. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. Because ultimately, this is what we're going to have to lean on when all hell breaks loose. See, carnality is about to be taken out of this. It's only going to be spiritual. But it was going to keep us stable in that day, because it tells you that it's a time like no other, man. So things that have been recorded in history, things that people have been experienced, ain't going to compare to what's going to take place in this lifetime. And that would pretty much makes people to fall apart. The things that they don't understand, they're confused by it, and their reaction ultimately leads to them dying, man. But what's going to keep us stable is this truth. So I got this word shell shock. The Google, just the regular Google definition, and it reads a psychological disturbance. See, and that's why this is a mental game. The elder brother all wrong. Always point this out. That this is a mental thing, man. That's why we reading words. That's why this word is also known as a comforter. Because we come into a heavy time where disturbance is going to be at its height, from physical to spiritual and mental, man. But what's going to keep us this truth? It says psychological disturbance caused by prolonged exposure to active warfare, especially being under bombardment. See, and this shell shock. I think the term came pretty much after World War I, which the scriptures highlight that war, because that war revolutionized how war was played out, man. You had fighter jets, dog fighters, and you had chemical warfare and shit like that. Different tanks and military vehicles. That was a time that wasn't experienced on the planet Earth, during that time. So how much more, with technology is at its height. Esau, perfecting his technology, the sword, these different weapons that this man have, the newly created creatures that's about to come, the famine, these power outages. That's how the Lord is gonna bombard these people with these plethora of plagues, man. The second definition, it says a state or feeling of severe shock or surprise. See, and that's what's gonna happen to a lot of people. Especially here in Babylon the Great. They're gonna fall apart, man. That's why it's important to be rooted in Yahushua. For the last stream last night, being rooted and grounded in Yahushua, because all hell is about to break loose, man. Like I said, it's nothing carnal we can do to escape. We just gotta hope and pray Yahweh shall have mercy upon us, man. And it starts by the way it is true, believing in the report. So this is the book of St. Luke 21, verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars. So you got the different signs in heavens. It says, and upon the earth, as well as upon the earth, distress of nations, See, these, and it's through plethora of ways from, these different governments collapsing, their money crashing, these different riots and protests everywhere. Uh, these different so-called natural disasters, because it's really from Yahweh Hashem Shai. It says, with perplexity, see? With perplexity, there be puzzled by the things that's taking place upon the planet Earth. And it's only going to intensify. It tells you that there's going to be great confusion to come upon the planet Earth, man. It said the sea and the waves roaring. So the people are being stirred up. And that lets you know the times are being stirred up. We coming to another era, going to that next phase. It says men's heart failing them for fear, see? So as you can see, that's the first thing is, keeping your mind, man. Well, yeah, I said I would keep thee from the hour of temptation. Because even though the Lord's going to do physically deliver us from certain situations, but it's going to start with a thought, It's going to be a precept that come to mind. That's why Scripture said, then thought I upon thy mercy. The thing that's about to take place upon the planet Earth, the Lord have given us pretty much the cheat code, the heads up, for the things that's about to take place. What our Lord Yahushua said also in Revelation 2nd chapter, let not your hearts be troubled. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Because it lets you know we're going to be in trouble sometimes. And see, the key word, heart. So that's why we have this truth. Let's see. Bear with me. Let's see. Well, Revelation 2 and 10. I think it's in St. John. Well, I'm going to get this too, though. It's St. John, Revelation 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer, see? Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life, see? So the Lord has given us a report that heads up. So that's why I said, fear none of those things, man. So matter of fact, let's see. I think that's St. John, the 14th chapter. St. John 14, verse 26. Yeah, I started at 27 to get to the point. It says, peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth, give I unto you. See, so the form of peace the Lord have given us is this truth, that mercy. Tell you the Lord, his ways are not our ways. Your form of peace is getting somebody a hug, sliding on $20. With the Lord's peace, his mercy is him sending this truth. It tells you that the Lord's going to send forth his mercy and his truth, man. Yahweh said, the things that thou hast known concerning your peace, but now they are hid from thy eyes. We're just talking about the truth, man. This knowledge. Yahweh Shai. Hold on me. Because he's the embodiment of peace, man. But it starts with this truth. It says, let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. So what the Lord's giving us a peace of mind. And how is this? It's by the way of this doctrine. So the Lord he's keeping us, from the said perils. Because despite everything that's taking place, the outside elements, the Lord's going to preserve us, man. Well, everyone else that, matter of fact, let's get this in the book of Daniel. Because just going back to that word shell shock, you know, they was shocked. They were frozen with fear when they seen those tanks, you know, when they seen them airstrikes, the chemical warfare, the reaction of them bullets, a body riddled with bullets, and you know, and they couldn't, you know what I mean? They couldn't suck it up. They weren't able to grasp it. So how much more in this time with people, stuck to a tablet or phone, continue, they always, they got Grubhub on a point in time where they're gonna, order some Grubhub, and just this whole broken down. These people are being broken down, man. So when all hell breaks loose, when these things are suddenly taken away, and they experience things that have never been experienced ever before, they're gonna fall apart, man. So let's get this on Daniel 12:1. It said, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, will stand up for the children of thy people. See, and that's how bad it's gonna get, where divine intervention has to take place, man. Where even Michael the archangel will be in the part of the dramatics. It says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. See? So it's a time that you can't compare it to any other time. Like I said, you can go into certain parts of history, certain major events, you can kind of gauge, concerning, you can look at the siege of Jerusalem, or look at these different famines, the Black Plague. With those things are not going to be compared to what's going to take place in this lifetime. It said, and at that time, thy people shall be delivered. See, that's talking about the elect. Everyone that shall be found written in the book, see, written in Yahushua, abiding in the Lord. Because that's the only way we're going to be preserved. We got to be in the house, be in the tabernacle, in the pavilion, in this truth, in the vine, So matter of fact, let's get this in Jeremiah 30, which just says the same thing. It was a point. Let's see. Yup, this is Jeremiah 30, and I start at verse 5. It reads, for thus saith the Lord, we have heard of Warsaw trembling, of fear, and not of peace. And that's the report. All hell is finna break loose. It's about to be a time, before the kingdom, it's going to be a tribulation, man. Tells you, through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom, man. But the report is what? Martial law, the money crash, the power outages, food shortages, no running water, cannibalism, nothing of peace. It tells you only evil. It says, ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. See? Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, and a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. See? So pretty much they fell apart when that flood of plagues came. It seemed like a man, a mighty warrior like he's a woman in travail, man. He said all faces turn to paleness. You see one of them old Scooby-Doo cartoons where the ghost right behind them, they see it, they actually become pale, man. But it's pretty much showing that it's going to be full of fear. You know? They're going to be filled with fear. Frozen with fear. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. See? And it's talking about the elect, the house of David, you know. But this report, this is part of the good news because we understand that the kingdom is at hand. This is Psalms 112. And I'll start at verse 7. It says, he shall not be afraid of evil tidings. See? Concerning the report, even though it tells you we was afraid when we heard the speech of the Lord. We ain't afraid of Esau or his advances. You know? Because these things are needed for prophecy to happen. You know, that's why it tells you, it said, we heard thy speech and was afraid, and wrath remember mercy. We're afraid of Yahweh Shema Shah. We fear Yahweh Shema Shah, but not Esau. Concerning martial law. You spook now, you feel like you got to go roll your sleeves up and take that thing now. No. It says, he shall not be afraid of evil tidings. His heart is fixed. Trusting in the Lord, see? Heart is fixed. Established. Fixed. Established, is stubborn in righteousness. It says trusting in the Lord, see? Because ultimately, that's who we fear. That's who we trust in. You know? That's who we're going to lean upon. So forget what Esau talking about. This is what Yahweh Shema Shah got going on, man. But this is what contributes to us being stable, man. It said his heart is established. See? He should not be afraid until he see his desire upon his enemies, see? Because this is all an effort to overthrow Esau, man. But this truth is what keep us stable, man. Despite everything that's because ain't nothing really happened yet, man. When everything take place, because, the Lord keep us certain little situations here and there, but it's only going to intensify, man. And it's going to ultimately come down to this truth. It's what's going to keep us, man. That your mental state. So this is Isaiah 33:6. It said, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. See? Not wisdom and knowledge of making a fire. Or knowing how to make a hut in the woods. No, man. It's wisdom and knowledge of these scriptures. Because it's concerning these times. And the decisions that we're going to have to make to be preserved, man. It says, and strength of salvation. See, this is going to contribute to our salvation, man. This truth. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, see? So these are treasures, man. That's why I tell you, gold and silver cannot be compared to this. Because ultimately, this is going to lead to life, man. When all hell breaks loose, it tells you the day of the Lord is going to be darkness and not light. So there's not going to be no answers in the time of Jacob's trouble, man, for the ones that's outside this circle, man. There's not going to be no hope. The only mission these people are going to have is what they're going to eat next, man. But we have something to look forward to. We have a hope. We have something to lean upon. That's Yahweh Shai. So yeah, I just hope to be edifying. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Shalom to the elect that teach the word in all true faith and sincerity. DTA, Abba. Soon, very soon,